Carolina Panthers losing streak now sitting at 5 games. Where did the issue start? Most people think the game against Pittsburgh on Thursday night. I disagree. I say it started 5 days earlier when they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Remember, that's a football team that the Panthers led 35-7 in the first half, ended up winning the game 42-28. You got to finish teams, put them away, and shut them down anytime you get an opportunity. That's how you avoid long losing streaks and avoid mistakes with your team and in big spots in big games. The next thing, think about this. In this particular streak of 5 straight losses, -6 in turnover margin. Cam Newton has been very efficient throughout most of the season, but over the last few games, I think he's trying to do too much, trying to thread the needle a little bit too much, trying to make some throws that aren't necessarily there, trying to do a little bit more than they need him to do, and that's where you get some of the mistakes and some of the interceptions. Got to fix that, got to get that cleaned up. Next, I think they got to find a better way in short yardage to run the football. Too much shotgun, too much zone read. I think every now and then you need a guy like they had in the past, like a Mike Tolbert, to just pound it up inside and get you 3 yards. It's the old Leroy Horde concept. When you need 1 yard, he'll get you 3. When you need 3 yards, he'll get you 3. When you need 5 yards, he'll get you 3. You need that guy to run the ball inside between the tackles to really help this offense in short yardage situations. Next, red zone situations. Gotta be better there. Only 65% scoring in the red zone. The league average, well, actually the opponents for the Panthers is at 74%. So clearly have to do a better job there. And speaking of the Panther defense, big plays. Got to eliminate the big plays. First play of the game against the Cleveland Browns, get a 66-yard pass play. Those types of things can't happen. Those types of things did not happen in the 15-1 season and plenty of other seasons with the Carolina Panthers. Didn't happen at the beginning part of this season. You have to get that cleaned up. But I'll tell you what, in my opinion, I think a lot of this is mental. I think this is a football team right now that in a lot of situations, players are trying to do too much. Players are trying to make more plays than they need to make. Prime examples, think about the Redskins game. DJ Moore, I get it. He's back around his family and friends in D.C. 3 first-half turnovers. Can't have that. Just trying to do too much. Simplify the game. I think they need to simplify on offense and defense. Do some things that they're really, really comfortable doing and stay simplistic and feel good to build that confidence. Get Cam some early throws, let him hit those, play some simpler zone on defense to make sure you have an opportunity to keep everything in front of you and create turnovers because you can see the football. More interceptions come when you're facing the football and playing in zone. And then lastly, it's mental. This football team has to see some success. They have to finish drives. They have to see some things go well for them. A weird bounce has to come positive for them. They need to see something to get their confidence back up. I just think this is a fragile football team mentally right now. And if you're the coaching staff, you can't change what you do because then it looks like you really are panicking. This team is still, the Carolina Panthers, still have a shot at the playoffs, have to finish strong. This is a team that I thought was a 10-win team to start the season. Right now, at best, they can be a 9-win team. Can they finish? They get the Saints twice down the stretch. They need both of those games. And, of course, the game against the Falcons, probably going to need all 3 games to make the playoffs. Are they good enough from a talent and scheme standpoint? Yes. Have they been performing well enough from an execution standpoint over the last month and some change? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to the coaching staff trusting these players to start making plays, and the veterans got to start making plays, but they've also got to get more from the young guys, particularly on defense.